All right, faithful, buckle up because today's news is straight up electric. We've got shockers that'll have every 49 ARS fan buzzing moves that could reshape our offense, drama in the locker room, bold defensive bets, and a superstar shining brighter than ever. What's cooking in the Bay? Are we landing a game changer or dodging a contract bomb? One question's burning. Are the 49 Dodgers ready to dominate in 2025? Hit that like button, grab a seat, and let's dive into the headlines that'll have Levi's Stadium roaring. Man, well, we're still hyped from that intro. Let's jump into the first bombshell. Picture a new weapon lighting up our offense. Who's on the radar? Romeo Doubs, the Green Bay Packers wide receiver. This news hit Santa Clara like a lightning bolt, and 49ers fans are already dreaming of this guy in red and gold. NFL sources confirm the Niners are eyeing Doubs, a 24-year-old who posted a solid 2024, 62 catches, 812 yards, and 7 touchdowns. Why's this got us so fired up? Let's break it down. Doubs fits Kyle Shanahan's system like a glove. He's fast, physical, and versatile, able to play outside or in the slot with a knack for shaking defenders. One NFC exec, staying anonymous, called him a reliable target with above-average separation. Imagine Brock Purdy slinging it to him on crossing routes. The buzz comes from our receiving core needing a boost, especially with Jauan Jennings' contract drama stirring things up. Doubs is young, locked into a rookie deal through 2026, and a cheaper option than a pricey Jennings extension. Here's the suspense. The 49ers are still in the scouting phase, no official offer yet. Green Bay seems open to a trade for a 3rd or 4th round pick, since Doubs lost snaps to Christian Watson and rookie Malik Neighbors. So do we need him? With Deebo Samuel traded to the Commanders and Ayuk recovering from a nasty injury, Doubs could be the spark our offense needs. Or is the front office just playing smoke and mirrors? The faithful are split on X. Some are shouting, "Bring him in," while others worry about the salary cap. One fan posted, "Doubs could be a touchdown machine." Another shot back, "But what about Jennings? We can't ditch him." Strategically, Doubs brings depth and youth critical for a long season. If he joins, he could form a lethal trio with Ayuk and Pearsall, giving Purdy endless options. If the trade flops, Jennings' uncertainty could haunt us. With training camp kicking off July 26th, things could heat up fast. John Lynch's front office loves bold moves, but will they pull the trigger? What do you think? Is Doubs the missing piece to make our offense unstoppable? Drop your take below, but hold tight. This next story's gonna hit like a blitz. And while we're picturing Doubs torching defenses, hold on to your hats for this drama. Jauan Jennings, our clutch wideout, just dropped a bombshell. "Extend my contract or trade me." Yeah, the guy who racked up a career-high 975 yards in 2024 is putting the heat on the front office. Fans are torn between backing Jennings and fearing we'll lose a playmaker. This story's got layers, and we're going to peel them back to see what's cooking behind the scenes. Jennings knows his worth, with Brandon Ayuk coming off a torn ACL and MCL, and our receiver depth leaning on unproven rookie Ricky Pearsall. Jennings is practically untouchable. One fan on X summed it up: "Jennings is the heart of our attack, can't let him walk." But John Lynch's front office is playing hardball. Per Adam Schefter, other teams have called about Jennings, and the Niners flat out said not for sale. Why? They've been here before and never blink. Think back: Robbie Gould in 2019, Raheem Mostert in 2020, Deebo in 2022, Ayuk in 2024, all demanded trades, and what happened? The Niners held firm, worked out deals, and kept their guys. At $4.26 million for 2025, Jennings is a steal for what he brings. But he's also staring down $50,000 daily fines if he skips training camp. A hold-in showing up but not practicing is an option, but sitting out regular season games would cost him a week's pay. With career earnings of $10.5 million, a holdout isn't exactly pocket change. This is a chess match. Jennings wants a fat extension, while the Niners are pinching pennies after trading Deebo to trim costs. If they cave, the salary cap could choke. If they don't, locker room vibes might take a hit. On X, one fan pleaded, "Lynch, pay the man." Another countered, "What if he's bluffing? History says the 49ers will find a middle ground. A fair deal could cool things off, but if talks stall, losing Jennings would gut our offense, especially with Ajuk not at full speed. The front office seems confident, but the pressure's rising. What's your call? Does Jennings deserve the bag, or is he overplaying his hand? Drop it in the comments, but brace yourself. This next story is about a risky move that's got everyone talking. And while Jennings has us on edge, let's talk about a bold offseason call that's splitting the faithful. The 49ers shook things up, cutting 9 starters despite having over $45 million in cap space and replacing them with rookies and budget free agents. Sounds wild, right? But one move's getting props, going all in to fix our run defense, which was a train wreck in 2024. The plan's ambitious, but will it pan out? Let's dive into this high-stakes gamble. Last season, our run defense was a disaster, ranking 28th in PFF's grades, our worst since 2016. One fan on X vented, "It was like watching a bulldozer plow through us." The front office got the memo and went hard in the draft. They snagged edge rusher Michael Williams, who posted an 86.6 PFF run defense grade at Georgia, and defensive tackles Alfred Collins and CJ West, both top 20 FBS run stoppers. Pair them with Nick Bosa, and you've got a new foundation up front. They didn't stop there. Third-round picks went to linebacker Nick Martin and nickelback Upton Stout, bolstering the run defense even more. PFF gave a shout-out for the focus, and one fan tweeted, "Finally a wall to stop the run." But here's the twist. We're starting 5 rookies. 5! That's a gamble. Rookies often need time to adjust, and our run defense might struggle early. Will we have to wait until midseason for it to click if it ever does? Strategically, it's a smart play. Bringing back Robert Saleh as defensive coordinator adds veteran know-how, and these rookies have serious upside. But cutting so many starters raises eyebrows. One X post questioned, $45 million in cap space and we bet on rookies? Another fan fired back, "It's a long-term win. If it works, our defense could be elite again. If not, Lynch and Shanahan will feel the heat." With training camp around the corner, all eyes are on these young guns. Can they step up right away, or will we need patience? What's your take? Is this rookie-heavy plan genius, or a recipe for trouble? Hit the comments, but hold on, this next story is going to remind you why one Niner is the best in the game. And while we're pumped about those defensive rookies, let's talk about a guy who's untouchable. Fred Warner, our beast at linebacker, just got crowned the NFL's best off-ball linebacker by ESPN for the second straight year. Over 80% of coaches, execs, and scouts gave him the top spot. This is the kind of news that makes every 49ers fan puff out their chest. But what makes Warner so elite, and how's he going to carry our defense in 2025? Let's break down this absolute dominance. Warner, turning 29 in November, is playing like he's aging backward. In 2024, despite a banged-up Niners defense, he racked up 130 tackles, 7 pass deflections, and 4 forced fumbles. An NFL coordinator told ESPN, "He's gotten tougher, shredding blocks and hitting harder." On X, fans went wild. "Warner's the GOAT of linebackers." Another added, "The guy's a playmaking machine." No cap, he's missed just 1 game in 7 years. That's reliability you can't buy. What sets him apart is versatility. Warner's the best in pass coverage with unreal range and instincts, but he's also stepped up against the run. That's huge for a defense that got gashed on the ground last year. With Saleh back and rookies beefing up the line, Warner could be the glue that holds it together. But here's the catch. The linebacker position across the NFL is thin. An AFC exec said, "Outside Warner, it's not an elite group. Even Dre Greenlaw, now a Bronco, only hit 9th on the list." Warner's our anchor. With Ayuk hobbled and Jennings drama, the defense might need to lead in 2025. One fan tweeted, "Warner's going to carry us to the playoffs." Another warned, he can't do it alone. His leadership off the field is as clutch as his plays. An ESPN analyst raved, "Durability, production, intangibles. He's the total package." With camp looming, Warner's the one sure thing in a sea of question marks. Can he take it to another level? What do you think? Is our captain ready to make this defense unstoppable? Drop your thoughts below, because this wrap-up's going to fire you up. What a day to be a 49ers fan. From the buzz around Romeo Doubs to Jennings' contract standoff, the risky rookie bets on defense, and Fred Warner's reign as the NFL's best, the Niners are at the heart of the storm. These stories scream one thing: 2025 could be massive, but it's going to be a wild ride.